Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we are tackling a really critical billing issue, the subscription usage invoice problem. In our metered billing system, each plan's base price includes a specific quota of free units. However, the current code completely ignores this allowance and bills the customer for every recorded unit, forcing them to pay extra for usage that should be entirely free. To fix this, we'll update our billing logic so that customers are charged only for the units they use beyond their plan's included quota. Let's jump straight into the Develow code editor and see what's going on. Let's jump into usage.js and see where our code is failing. We have a couple of failing tests here, so let's break them down one by one. Our first failing test is failing because we are overcharging active users. Let's ask Develow AI how to handle this first part. I need to stop billing customers for their free quota. How do I calculate only the extra overage units based on their total usage and their included units? The idea here is to separate what's already covered by the plan's base price from what's genuinely extra usage. Here's how the calculation should work. First, you look up two things for the plan. The included units, meaning how much usage is covered for free under the base price, and the per unit rate, which is what you charge for anything above that quota. Next, you figure out the overage units, that's the total usage minus the included units. But you make sure it never goes below zero. That zero floor matters, because if someone's usage is actually below their quota, you don't want to end up charging a negative overage, you just want it to be zero. Then you convert those overage units into money by multiplying them by the per unit rate, which gives you the overage charge. And finally, the total invoice is just the base price plus that overage charge, with the base price staying the same fixed monthly amount either way. As a quick sanity check, if usage exactly equals the included units, overage should be zero, so it's free. If usage is below the included units, overage should still be zero, still free. And only when usage goes above the included units should there be any overage at all. And even then, you only bill for the difference, not the whole usage. Now, if you open up the usage file, the actual bug is that it's currently setting overage units directly equal to total usage, which means it ends up charging for everything, included units and all. Your job is to fix that by replacing it with usage minus included units, clamped at zero, and then recalculating the overage charge and the total from that corrected number. Okay, that seems easy enough. Simple subtraction. But wait, let's look at our second failing test. The second test is failing because of customers who use less than their quota. Think about it. If a customer uses 500 units and their plan includes 1,000, simple subtraction 500 minus 1,000 gives us negative 500. If we multiply negative 500 by our price, we will accidentally deduct money from their base plan. We definitely don't want that. Let's ask Develow AI our second question. If a customer uses less than their included quota, simple subtraction gives me a negative number. How do I ensure the overage units never drop below zero? The fix is to clamp that subtraction at zero. So instead of just doing usage minus included units, which can go negative, you wrap it with a max function max of zero and usage minus included units. In JavaScript, that usually looks like math.max, with zero and the subtraction as the two arguments. Once you do that, everything downstream stays safe automatically. The overage charge, which is overage units times the per unit rate, will never go negative. And the total, which is base price plus that overage charge, will never drop below the base price itself. One more thing to double check when you wire this into your invoice function. Make sure you're actually pulling the included units and per unit rate from the plan itself, not just using the raw usage number directly. Math.max. That is brilliant and exactly what we need. It guarantees our overage units can never be negative. We completely replace the bug on that line. Now, when we calculate overage units, we subtract the included units from the total usage. If the customer went over their limit, it calculates the exact overage. But if they stayed under their limit, the math results in a negative number, which math.max immediately catches and turns into a zero. If overage units is 0, overage cents becomes 0, and they are only billed for their base plan. It's clean, mathematically sound, and incredibly safe. Let's run our tests. And there we go. All tests are passing. We are correctly billing heavy users for their overage, we are keeping the base price intact for light users, and we are no longer double charging anyone. Great job.